Today I'd like to confess something to you. Something that I found out about myself in a doctor's office in 2013 during a therapy session. As many of you may know, I suffer from social anxiety. Other anxieties do creep in, but social anxiety has always been the strongest force in my life and hindrance on my everyday happiness, as it were. And the confession that I'd like to make is that I have this deep-rooted belief in my subconscious that affects every thought and action. Gladly, not so much now as it used to, but it has been a very strong, potent force in my conscience. This belief, as silly as you may find it, but bear with me, is that I'm boring. When me and the doctor found this out, I was quite shocked, because it's like, oh, the fact that I believe I'm boring is causing such a strong anxiety in my everyday life. Something that is hindering my relationships with my friends, people who I already should know like me, my family, potential love interests, things that even affected my career, because if you believe that you're boring as a writer, you're not going to want to share the stories that you have to tell. But I believed that everybody was better than me. Everyone was more interesting than me. I was second best to everybody. And the problem is that I was doing this self-fulfilling prophecy, in that I was going out with a negativity bias and finding information that backed up this belief. Oh, somebody didn't laugh at my joke, or somebody went out with this person or that person instead of me. That proves this innate feeling, this belief that I have, that I am boring. I must be, if this happened. The doctor then went through CBT with me, and our goal was to find information that made the belief not be true, you know, something that would be contradictory. But even when doing that, I have to admit, I found some evidence, but I didn't believe it to be true as much as the overwhelming evidence of, you know, I am boring. I say this to you guys now, not because I want people to comment on my video saying, oh no, you're not boring, you're great. It's because I want other people like me, or even people who don't understand people like us, to realise that mental health issues can be so much deeper than we realise. It's not as simple as, oh, they're sad for no reason, or they're sad because their father died. It's not as simple as that. Sometimes, especially with anxiety, it can be so much deeper than that. Something that you don't even realise is affecting you. Like this belief that I found out I had, how would I have known that everything in my life from that point was coming from this one little belief that I was boring? And even when I found it out, it didn't matter, because I had already convinced myself that I was. And as any religious person will know, a belief can be really, really strong. It can completely control your life. And that's with positive beliefs, never mind how bleak and negative belief can be. And so, like I say, I put myself in the back. I realised I wasn't good enough, and it has affected everything I've done since. But the reason I make this video is because I've realised that there are still, to this day, things that are happening that are proving that belief to be untrue. And I'm really happy and proud of myself that I am recognising that this evidence is coming to show that the belief isn't true. Like how the other day somebody said that I talk a lot, that I'm always talking, I like talking. That's weird. I never thought that I talked a lot. I didn't think I had a lot of interesting things to say, but apparently I did. And another person said that I could get along with anyone. Again, me, form relationships, get along with people, people like me. That's a mad concept. And at my birthday party, my friend said to me, I was a bit tipsy at the time, but she said to me, and I remembered later, and I thought about it for a long time, that she found it interesting and really nice that I was doing most of the talking. That usually when the three of us would meet up, it would be them two talking, and I would sit and watch and listen and hum and laugh and not really contribute as much. But that day, I was talking the most. I had the interesting things to say. And that's really, like, amazing, because I've gone through so much time of believing that I didn't have anything interesting to say, and that nobody would like me, And it formed such a strong social anxiety where I didn't go to parties, I didn't go out for meals, I didn't want to meet up with anybody. I didn't think that I'd ever be able to get a boyfriend or find any love. And of course I didn't believe that anybody would want to read my work or watch my videos or engage with any of my creative content, because it just wasn't good enough and I wasn't good enough. But I'm so happy that evidence is coming to light that my belief is untrue, and the size of that belief is shrinking with each new piece of evidence that I find and allow to be a part of me, because I know who I am and who I want to be, and I will become that person despite this belief that is hindering me. And I say to you, if you're suffering in a similar way, to allow the evidence to be part of you. Don't ignore your therapist or your friends or whoever. Don't listen to the negative thoughts above the positive ones, because they are there. Seek out the evidence, seek it out and let it be true. And I say to those who believe that mental illnesses aren't real, that you don't know, you really don't know. And even you could have lots of hindrances in your life that come from a belief that is negative, a flaw in your cognition. So don't be so closed-minded. Reach out, speak out, don't be scared, because those things that you believe about yourself aren't true. I promise you. So, yeah, that's my confession. And I urge people for the remainder of Mental Health Awareness Month and for the rest of time to speak up and care about what happens inside of us, because illnesses, it is so much more than the physical. Just like a cancer cell, you know, a belief can affect you in such a negative, poisonous, truly breaking way. And we need to stop that from happening to people by making it very well known and having the treatments readily available. So make the change and be the change. Thank you.